Alright, imagine someone utters the phrase hairless cat, and what image immediately springs to mind? Undoubtedly, it's the SBHYNX. The name has practically become synonymous with all feline nudists. But prepare to be let in on a fascinating secret that might just revolutionize your perception of these extraordinary creatures. Brace yourselves, because SBHYNX is not merely a single word, it represents an entire universe governed by two distinctly different monarchs. In one corner of our metaphorical ring, we have our domestic champion, the Don SBHYNX, a passionate and spirited character hailing from Rostov-on-Don. Envision a robust, warm-to-the-touch athlete graced with the wrinkled brow of a wise sage. And in the opposing corner stands his foreign counterpart, the elegant Canadian SBHYNX. This is a truly otherworldly being, boasting enormous, radar-dish ears and a piercing gaze, as though he possesses all the secrets of the cosmos. At first observation, they appear as twins separated at birth. Both are hairless, both exhibit expressive skin folds. Due to this resemblance, 9 out of 10 individuals would mistakenly identify them as the same breed. However, that's akin to confusing a lion with a tiger. Yes, they are both large felines, but they are fundamentally different. Their histories, their genetic makeup, even their personalities, they exist within two parallel realms. Are you prepared to delve into this intriguing detective story and discern who's who in this enigmatic naked kingdom? Trust me, the adventure is only just beginning. The key lies within, one stripped naked by nature, the other undressed by chance. So, why are they both hairless if they are so dissimilar? Well, that's where the most astonishing difference emerges, a genuine genetic wow factor. Picture hairlessness as a superpower. Well, they acquired it through completely distinct means. Our Don SBHYNX is, one could argue, a born superhero. His bald gene is dominant. What does that signify? It means that this superpower is so potent that it invariably manifests itself and suppresses the hair gene. If a kitten possesses at least one Don SBHYNX parent carrying this gene, the offspring is almost guaranteed to be born without fur. Nature itself proclaimed, "Okay, you're destined to be hairless." And the gene obediently complied with the command. It's akin to an inherent talent that one cannot conceal. The tale of the Canadian SBHYNX is more akin to a stroke of luck, winning the genetic lottery. His bald gene is recessive. It's like a quiet, concealed superpower. In order for it to function, both parents of the kitten must carry this secret gene. If only one parent possesses the gene, it will simply remain silent, and the kitten will be born with fur. You see? The Canadian SBHYNX wasn't preordained by nature, he was undressed not by command, but by a fortunate coincidence. It's this fundamental divergence in genes, resembling two distinct programming languages, that elucidates all the other distinctions between them. One is the product of a powerful, straightforward mutation, and the other is a subtle and rare genetic accident. Dare to touch, peach versus warm suede. If you believe all hairless cats feel identical, prepare for a genuine revelation. These are two separate tactile universes. Let's consider the Canadian SBHYNX. His primary secret is that he's not entirely naked. Yes, you heard correctly. His body is enveloped in the thinnest, almost imperceptible down. Gently run your hand across him, and you'll perceive a delicate, velvety texture that most closely resembles the skin of a ripe peach. It's an incredibly pleasant sensation, as if you're petting something living and ethereal simultaneously. Now, let's transition to our Don SBHYNX. This is the true apotheosis of hairlessness. No down, no hairs. His skin is pure warm and supple suede. Thanks to his elevated body temperature, touching a Don SBHYNX is akin to embracing a living hot water bottle. It's a feeling of absolute warmth and comfort. But that is not all, not by any stretch of the imagination. They possess another killer feature, a distinguishing characteristic that you can use to tell them apart, even with your eyes closed: their whiskers. The Canadian aristocrat, you see, has them, but they are short, curved, and somewhat broken off, lending him a mysterious and intriguing look. And the Don fellow? He might not have them at all. An absolutely smooth face, devoid of any whiskerly adornment, which only adds to his rugged and charming appeal. Even in such seemingly small and insignificant details, they have managed to be completely, utterly, and undeniably different. Personality and lifestyle, alien intellectual versus Velcro companion. If you are searching for a cat philosopher, a feline thinker who will observe you from the sidelines with an air of aristocratic detachment, then the Canadian SBHYNX is undoubtedly your perfect choice. This is a true intellectual of the cat world, a creature of contemplation and quiet observation. He does not simply jump into the arms of the first person he encounters. No, he will study you first, carefully scan you with his almost alien gaze, and only then, after careful consideration, decide if you are indeed worthy of his esteemed company. Their affection is deep and conscious, but often more reserved, a subtle and understated expression of their inner feelings. This is a companion cat who will be there for you, providing comfort and support, but not in an obtrusive or demanding way. He will happily play with a puzzle toy, engaging his sharp mind, or quietly purr on your lap while you are engrossed in reading a book, a peaceful and harmonious presence. Now, forget everything I have just said to you. Because the Don SBHYNX is the complete and utter opposite. This is not merely a cat, it is a hurricane of emotions, a living embodiment of love and adoration, a whirlwind of feline affection. If the Canadian can be compared to a wise and thoughtful alien, then the Don SBHYNX is a loyal and devoted dog trapped inside a cat's body. He vitally needs to be the center of your attention, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He will greet you enthusiastically at the door, sleep with you under the blanket, pressing his entire warm body against you for maximum contact, help you work on the computer, offering unsolicited assistance, and follow you around the apartment like a shadow, never leaving your side. This is the legendary Velcro cat, the epitome of clinginess and devotion. He does not need your personal space, he needs to become an integral part of it, an inseparable extension of your being. And to completely blow your mind, to utterly astound you with their unique characteristics, here is a fun household fact: Don Sphinxes can actually sweat. Yes, due to the distinct lack of fur that would normally absorb moisture, tiny droplets of sweat may appear on their skin, sometimes even leaving visible marks. What a hot and affectionate guy, radiating warmth and devotion.
So, who is cooler?
The main conclusion of our investigation, after everything we have learned, after delving into the depths of their distinct personalities and characteristics, trying to choose which one is better seems utterly pointless, a futile exercise in subjective preference. It is like arguing whether rock and roll or classical music is cooler, a matter of individual taste and appreciation. These are just two different worlds, two distinct philosophies, embodied in the amazing and captivating form of hairless cats. The Canadian SBHYNX is the result of a subtle, almost magical accident, a fortunate twist of fate. It is a quiet mutation, a gentle alteration of genetics that gave us a cat with the appearance of an alien from another world and the soul of a refined aristocrat. He is a living work of art, a masterpiece created by a happy confluence of genetic circumstances somewhere in the cold and beautiful land of Canada. The Don SBHYNX, on the other hand, is the power and pressure of nature itself, a force to be reckoned with. It is a dominant gene, asserting itself loudly and confidently on the streets of Rostov-on-Don, making its presence known. It is not an accident, it is a declaration, a bold and unapologetic statement of feline individuality. He is the embodiment of absolute, unquestioning love and devotion, hot and open like the warm southern sun. So, what do we have in the end? Not two competitors, vying for the title of best hairless cat, but two miracles, two wonders of nature. Two unique breeds that were mistakenly placed under the same umbrella name of SBHYNX, a simplification that fails to capture their true essence. Now you know their secret, the key to distinguishing between these fascinating felines. And next time you see a hairless cat, you will not just casually say, "Oh, SBHYNX." No, you will squint, carefully examine their whiskers and wrinkles, and with the air of a knowledgeable expert, ask politely, "Excuse me, is that a refined Canadian or a hot Don?"
And believe
me, you will definitely earn some well-deserved respect for your discerning eye and feline knowledge.